Hey guys, my name is Tom Pampalone, and this is the beta test for the Cockatrice / Magic Workstation playtest video set. Hopefully, if you guys haven't heard of this, most of you have, what I plan to do is just showcase a video, one match once a week, hopefully on Wednesdays or Thursdays. Just standard, modern, or legacy. It doesn't really matter what we play, we're just trying to get some sort of video up there. That being said, with the recent spoilers in the past few weeks for Return to Ravnica, I think the most exciting thing for us to be playing with are the new spoilers. So, on the most basic level and probably the most popular level what you people play, we'll be showcasing Ravnica Standard tonight. This is obviously post-rotation, meaning no M12 or any of the Scars block. My opponent is Fran Amati, who some of you may know. He's also a member of the group, which I would like to encourage people to join. If you haven't joined the group on Magic the Gathering's Facebook page, or what you could do is, if you're interested, you can Facebook message me or text me, and if you'd like to play test and get in on these videos, then I'd be more than happy to have you. More importantly, what we would like to do with all of these videos is get people's feedback, and especially on video and audio quality as well as play testing, because I know this is the first time we'll be doing this, so it's important that we get everything right within the first week or so that way there won't be any more problems. So for now, I'm just waiting for my opponent to get situated, having a little trouble with the card database on Cockatrice for the Ravnica block. So I will let you know and start it back up when we're ready to go. Okay everyone, we're back. So, just a brief, quick start. I would like to let you all know I'll be playing Jund Control. Unfortunately, just because of the rush of this game, I'm going to start it right away. However, if you're interested, you can either pause the screen, or if the request is that big enough, I'll just post it on the Facebook page, the deck list that is. Okay. So, here we go. Being that this is a little bit of a clunky system, it might be a little while before we fully get the use of it. Wow, okay. So this is my initial hand, very unfortunate, so I think we're just going to have to go ahead and mull here. And unfortunately enough, Cockatrice is fairly ridiculous. This, unfortunately, is not any better, but I think I'll have to keep it, being that I'm the control player. So let's see. Did give away a good amount of my deck in that description there, unbeknownst to me. Well, either way, I guess we'll just wait for him to go. Okay. So I guess right off the bat here, it can be said that he is playing some sort of blue-green, but if I know him, I'm going to have to say that he's playing some sort of Bant. If I remember from his Facebook page, he's playing Bant Midrange, or Bant Control, which is fine for me, because I don't really have anything to hide in this deck. I personally don't think that the uncounterable spells, I do think that Abrupt Decay is very good, however, I don't think that being uncounterable will really change the way people play at all. So let's see what we can get here. As I mentioned before, this deck is courtesy of Joe Radinsky, so hopefully he really did something good here and made a pretty good deck, and we'll see. Not too happy though. I mean, my lands could be a little bit better. Normally the mana base would be much stronger. So let's see here. Celestia Charm. It might take me a little bit as well to get used to these new cards. I think I'm just going to go ahead and... this is a tough call. I'm not too concerned with this. I think the Charm is powerful, but I think the Unsummon might be... actually, we'll just get rid of the Charm here. Or the Ajani. I'm not really concerned with the Ajani, so I think we'll just get rid of the Charm. So hopefully with any luck we'll be able to not see that Johnny ever. I noticed he was having a little trouble with white mana, so Johnny will probably never come out. Vapor Snag, on the other hand, or I guess the Unsummon now, is pretty good on his part, only because I only play big bombs, bigger creatures that is. So when I eventually get them going, I highly doubt that I'll actually be able to keep them on the field that long. So the Unsummon will definitely play pretty well for him, especially with my Thunder Moth. So definitely going to stick him with another one of these. And for the risk of getting rid of a Johnny, I think that's probably the next best thing here. And I guess we'll go ahead with that mountain and just pass the turn here. So as I was saying, I think he is playing some sort of Bant Midrange or Bant Control. From the looks of it, it's probably some sort of mid-range, just because he does have a Johnny in here. I don't see too many lists playing a Johnny Control, although they could, I guess. I don't think he's that powerful, but they could. Okay, so he has 3 cards in hand, if we remember: a Snapcaster Mage, an Unsummon, and what I believe is a Frag Tusk. So I think I don't really mind him getting it, so what I'm going to do is just bring out the Garrick right away, because I already know that he's not going to do anything about it. So we're going to go ahead and make a wolf token here, and I guess that'll be it for me. So let's see, Unsummon on the token, that's fine. So I guess maybe what he could do here, although I don't really care, I guess he's not going to. Well, I guess he just got rid of my wolf. That's not too bad of a play. Because I guess next turn he can go, what, Frag Tusk? It's assuming that he does draw a land. So we say Tusk and Snap, just to keep track of this. Do fairly well without it, but it doesn't hurt to put it down. Alright, I don't really see him doing anything. The Free Thinker is doing a lot of thinking right now. So I guess what we really aim to do here is, there are a lot of other Planeswalkers in the deck that I would like to play, but I'm not too keen on the idea of going Dreadbore, your Frag Tusk, and then Dreadbore, your token that it makes. I don't really care that much. So we do have a Blood Crypt. I think the best play is to probably just still keep him off any double colors. I don't think he needs double green, but it probably wouldn't hurt. So we'll probably go ahead and play this Blood Crypt tapped, and we'll just do the same thing again and make some tokens. Unfortunately, due to Cockatrice's fantastic programming, it's not obviously as slick as Moto. So we're just going to go ahead, go to clean up and end here. I guess he doesn't really know what I have. I guess he probably knows what I'm capable of. I don't know. I was talking to Joe Radinsky earlier today, and he felt that this deck in general does not have a strong enough win condition. And I was playtesting. I playtested once, one game before this, and I did notice that aside from the creatures, your Planeswalkers don't get you too far. This is also running Chandra, etc., and other things, but I don't think that they're actually going to win you the game. So he's going to pump, or I guess I should find out what he's going to. Target creature has +2/+2 trample. I don't really care. Or exile target creature, or put a knight into play. All in all, I guess he's going to put a knight into play. That's really not too much of a concern of mine, because my Garrick can trade all day with his knights. And I guess that would be end of turn if he did that, which is fine. I guess he's going to go with Frag Tusk. I do care, currently I do care a little bit more about trading with his knight, only because it does have vigilance. I'm not really going on a crackback. at all, but I assume he's going to be coming at my Garrett, which may be a little strange. I don't really care either way. So I guess he himself is not that familiar. Oh, there we go. So we got both, and I'm probably just going to go token for token here. I don't really find the benefit. And we'll just bring Garrett down to 1. So my wolf's just going to bite the dust on that one. Not really a big deal. He kind of, I don't know what his plan was, unless he's going to do something additional with my Garrett, but other than that, I'm not really too concerned. I can see him going Thrag Tusk here, which is a little unfortunate for me. I can go double kill with the Dread Boars. I don't really want to, but if necessary, I think I will. So he's gonna go up. I know, screwing with him there. Multiplying, changing my life around. Oh well, that's Cockatrice for you. So, with permission being said, he will go up 5 life, and I will sit here and continue to do nothing. I guess that'd be the pass of the turn here. Okay, so that's actually pretty good. The Huntmaster definitely is worth it. I do need, unfortunately, to put an annotation on my Garrick, because unfortunately Cockatrice isn't the strongest thing in the world, so we're gonna go ahead here. I guess what the best thing to do is to make a creature, so make a multicolor wolf, making it badass. And this does have Death Touch, so the benefit to this having Death Touch is that I can actually block his Thrag Tusk. I don't have to Dread Boar it right away. What I definitely want to do is it doesn't matter anymore, so what I'll go ahead and do is just tap my 4 here and bring out a Huntmaster of the Fells, because definitely important for me to get some blockers up. I would like to defend Garrick as much as possible. So the Dread Boar can sit. I'm going to probably go ahead and Ghost Quarter as more than Haunt right away, just because I don't really feel like dealing with that. So Thrag Tusk doesn't have any sort of ability. I think he still has that Unsummon in his hand. No, he doesn't. But he does not have a Snapcaster Mage anymore. So unless he does draw no Snapcaster Mage, that's only when the Unsummon will really come into play. Hopefully I can just go next turn, flip my Huntmaster, and snag to kill his Snapcaster Mage. Goes to look. Okay, I guess now he says can't find anything. So I guess we are just gonna pass the turn here and be glad that he didn't find anything. So lesson be learned, everyone. If you don't run that many non-basic lands, especially in tricolor decks with the new set coming out, Ghost Quarter might actually be a thing. I think this deck personally runs 2 Ghost Quarter, and just being a control deck, it's valid to have it. You never know what you're going to see. Guessing Wolfrun will probably still be very big, so that might be valuable in the long run. Just doing some thinking. So he swings. I'm obviously going to wolf his Thrag Tusk. I don't see anything in the yard that's a particular concern to me. Yeah, I think we're okay here. So I just trade wolf with Thrag Tusk and wolf with Snapcaster Mage, and my Huntmaster and Garrett just kind of sit here. Unfortunately, I don't think, if you can help it, Huntmaster will most likely not flip. Hopefully we can get away with this and get Huntmaster flipping to start dealing some damage. So as you can see, this is a very slow game. Gen control is very slow. Lifelink, or draw a card. Okay, so he's just going to cantrip on that, which is fine by me. I could actually see this being a problem later on. If I do go flip Huntmaster, or even swing with Huntmaster next turn, he could just flash it back. Luckily not on this turn though, which is great. Okay, what do we have here? So we're just gonna do the old Wolf Death Touch. And we're gonna go Wolf Snapcaster Mage. And we are done blocking here. So that's actually not a bad deal. I don't really care, because I think I do gain the most value out of this. I know he's going to go get his token, but my Garrick still lives, and I can keep making tokens. I think he also forgets that I'm making Death Touch tokens, so what's going to happen is I can just continue to block and keep up defense on Garrick. Hopefully, with any luck, my Huntmaster will be able to do some work in this game. Unfortunately, I'm kind of doubting it, but we'll see. I'll get another Ghost Quarter. So, luckily for me, I can actually strip him of things that he doesn't need now. So, for example, Hinterland Harbor or Sunpetal Grove, either one of those will do. So I'll definitely play that Ghost Quarter now. I guess the best thing, just to see what's going on, is we will go ahead and Dreadbore that Beast token. See if we can get in there for 2. Do something cool in this game. Maybe, we'll see. So that's great. I would like to see what he does, so I'll hold off on Garrick's ability. Okay, so he seems to be pretty fine with that, so what we'll do is just add another counter and make my lovely Wolf token once more. So there we go. And unfortunately, I'm not really following the phases that well, otherwise I should be, but... So, let's see. Everything seems to be going pretty well. Dun dun dun. Dice of Saint Traff. Okay. That might be a little bit more of a problem only because he is creating tokens. Actually, as mentioned before, Frank Lepore had mentioned that if you go to populate on one of those tokens, that you can actually do some pretty sweet stuff. So I think actually, if I can remember the deck correctly, he's tapped out, so I can probably bring in a Thundermaw at this point. So I'll go ahead and remove one of my counters, sack this, and check out the library. So we do have the options. I hope you can actually see this. We have Thundermaw, we have Thragtusk, Olivia, and Huntmaster. I'm probably just going to go off Thundermaw here and race him. I mean, I don't feel really any threat not racing him with that. Olivia Voldaren is also a very good option. I don't know. It depends on what we really want to do here. So let's see, deals damage, Vampire, +1/+1 counter. This is a tough call. I actually think I'm going to go Olivia here. So we'll just go ahead. Cast her. I'm sorry. And then again on the stack we'll also cast this Farseek. He says Farseek is good, I just want to... Okay, so we're both good. Let's see, in retrospect, I don't really want more swamps right now, only because I want to make sure... I mean, really it doesn't matter either way, so I guess let's just cut our losses here, and we'll get a Overgrown Tomb. And we definitely... yeah, we definitely want to get in here. with the Huntmaster, because if he chooses to block, that'd be fantastic. Okay. So, hopefully, I mean, I don't know. See, at least he's keeping me honest here and removing my spells from the stack. Hopefully he doesn't have anything stronger on his end. He only has 2 cards. I mean, my Garrick is still doing a decent amount of work here for what he's been holding. I mean, I could see him saying if I made a token that turn, he would probably still attack anyway, and I would have killed this Geist with my token. That probably wouldn't have been a problem. Even on this end, we'll see. So, if I actually take a look at his yard, and give him... so he's saying, okay, I'm going to make this Angel come at Garrick too, so I'm going to say, well, Olivia's going to block your Geist, and my Garrick will die. Simple enough. Okay, so in retrospect, I think Olivia is a better choice here, only because later on, don't get me wrong, Thundermaw is great, but later on what I can do is just start pinging his creatures, and actually, in this case, end of turn, gain control of him, should I pick up... Oh, I do have another swamp, so I have 3 swamps, which is plenty for me to gain control of whatever he may play. Oh, and look at that. It's funny how a thing works. Well, 2 cards in hand. Unfortunately, he might go block here. I would like to flip my Huntmaster, but I think it's more relevant to just crash in here with Olivia on my combat phase. And get him off. And so now we can do... I actually don't mind playing the Garrick here. I would actually like my Huntmaster to flip, so I'll go pass, and then we'll just say Huntmaster's going to trigger here. Power and toughness. This bad boy becomes a nice solid 4/4, and he gets that annotation of flipped. So I'm going to shoot you for 2 damage. So that didn't seem to be too bad of a play. Luckily for me, as I mentioned before, I am in still a pretty good board position. He does not know that I have the Garrick in my hand, which is kind of what I wanted to think. That way he's more willing to play weaker creatures. And okay, he has nothing, so what I'm going to do is just say ping, and we'll increase the power and toughness. Okay, so now we're in a very good position here. I think what we're going to do is just bring in the team. He's going to Thought Scour himself, which is, I guess, oh, he's Thought Scouring me, okay. So, Blood Crypt and Dragon Skull Summon, which is actually fine for me. I guess he's not, I'm sure the only flashbacking action he's going to have is his Snapcaster Mage, so I guess he's not too keen on throwing stuff in the yard yet. Probably doesn't have Snapcaster in hand. So my assumption is he's going to be eating 8 here. Okay, and we'll definitely go main phase 2 and bring out Vraska. Ooh, that's a big no, I guess, on his part. Syncopate counter unless you pay X. This one is. So he's okay. This spell is counter this way. Put it. Okay. That's actually fine, so we'll just go ahead and pass the turn here. I think if I did stick Vraska there, we might be in some really good situation, because I think he would just let me get all the way to ultimating her. Okay. Alchemist's Refuge. I have to admit, I haven't seen this card being played ever in Standard. I've seen it a little bit in EDH, so maybe we'll see some cool shenanigans with it later on in the other rounds. Top 3. Okay, Geist of St. Trap. This is exactly why I don't mind it as much. Preferably just because my Olivia is very, very powerful at this point. So I can't help but think that he might actually have something up his sleeve. I guess the best part would just be to get in there and I guess make sure that we put the annotation that he has trample. She does not have trample, however. Silly Olivia, you don't have trample. Okay, so you'll be taking 6. And I think we're just gonna say we're gonna twice target him. And add 2 yellow counters, and we're gonna call this one game, possibly. Don't know what he might have in his hand. 1 card seems fairly unlikely. My Huntmaster will die, but I'll be able to inflict 2 trample damage, and she'll be able to inflict 7, so that's plenty on my end. So this power and toughness will actually go to 6/6. Alright, so that would be him, and that actually worked out a lot better than I thought it was going to. So yeah, he says drew dead on that one. Yeah, that's definitely what I was feeling for a little bit. Luckily, I kind of picked up some stuff. I actually don't really know what I'm going to see in this deck. Abrupt Decay is actually almost completely useless except for his Planeswalker, in which case I have Dreadbore anyway. So this is another thing I was mentioning before. Abrupt Decay is almost irrelevant. I think I'm actually definitely would like to take them out. If I look at this, I can put in 3. Just exile cards from target player's graveyard. I don't really feel that his thing, I don't really care about Snapcaster Mage that much. So I'm just gonna kind of leave him be. I haven't seen a lot of these cards yet being played. It is Jund, so it doesn't have that draw power that blue generally has. So with Abrupt Decay coming in, I think I'm actually gonna put in 2 Rakdos Charm, just for the sake of putting them in. Maybe 3. I guess 3 would be okay. Okay, and we're back. I guess he made the appropriate sideboard changes, so we should be good to go. I'm assuming he's on the play here. I mean, why wouldn't you be, right? And he moles. This actually is a lot better than what I was expecting from the last game. This is much better, so I guess turn 1, I don't really mind losing the life. I don't think it's relevant, though. I do have Mizzium Mortars for the next 2 turns, so maybe it's actually not such a bad idea to lose life here. Okay, I guess we'll see what goes down here. So probably the Blood Crypt tapped is alright. I don't expect him to play too many other things. I don't want to lose life right away because he does have Geist of St. Traft and Thragtusk, which is something that I don't really feel like dealing with. And hopefully enough, I guess the early Planeswalker he can play is that Ajani, so hopefully, that being said, I can snag it from him before he does it, and then I think maybe late game, I think this Mizzium Mortars might come in handy, but we'll see. I don't expect the Overlord to be too relevant late game if I can pick off his other creatures. So let's definitely get in there with this Duress. Okay. So return target non-land permanent you don't control. So that actually I guess I don't care about the syncopate as much. Actually, yeah, I think maybe the syncopate. Only because I don't actually want him. I don't really give a crap about him doing stuff ridiculous. So, for example, I don't really care if he bounces my stuff multiple times. I would be a little upset if he counters it and exiles it. Because, especially with Snapcaster Mage, the bouncing on Planeswalkers is almost irrelevant. I'll just keep doing cool stuff with them. So that's fine. So he goes Grove. He has 4 cards in hand, one of them unknown. So we are still looking at that Cyclonic Rift, the Snapcaster Mage, and the Alchemist Refuge. So I'm not devastatingly concerned yet. I'm still kind of pushing forward here. And also this is really good because now I can just sort of make way for my other creatures, knowing that his Snapcaster Mage can't really effectively flashback a syncopate, I guess. You do see, though, aside from the Ghost Quarter shenanigans, that you know, with all the different dual lands from M13 and the new Innistrad block, we're actually able to play a lot better cards now. Our mana base is a lot stronger. So I think I'm actually going to run out the Huntmaster, because I don't really care about him that much, unfortunately enough. Still has that Refuge in hand, Snapcaster, and the Cyclonic. So that is good, which is actually great for me, because now if he goes, you know, make something cool or bounce your guy, I just say, well, that's fine, I'll gain life again the other turn. So definitely beneficial for me to have the Huntmaster out. Another thing, which actually probably would have been more effective, I don't know how susceptible she would have been, probably somewhat susceptible, would have been Liliana, because then I could have tutored up another Swamp to ensure that I get a 5th land drop. That was actually a little misplay on my part. So with any luck, hopefully he doesn't punish me for doing something stupid like that. So he's going to go ahead. Okay, he's still going in to play tap, so I think he's still... I don't think he's in any rush to play this game. I kind of am, on the other hand. I want to make sure that I can build up as good of a field position as possible. Cyclonic Rift, I'm assuming the Wolf token. That's fine, actually. A main phase one, which is... Oh, I guess he didn't want me to flip my Huntmaster, which is fantastic for me, so kind of putting the pressure on him. So now, just because I know I don't have any pressure, I'm going to go ahead and cast the Liliana. Just because I know that we're going to be able to get there with her. So we're going to go 4. And go get my super duper, I guess, Overgrown Tomb. Close this out. Oh god. Oh god, what are you doing? So, I guess we'll go into combat. I'd rather not. I do know that he has the Celestia Charms. I don't know if they're necessarily in his hand, but it's something. So we do have Snap and Alchemist Refuge. There is a chance that he might have a Celestia Charm. So let's not risk it. Okay, that's fine. So move to the bottom of the library. Terminus is actually a really interesting addition. I'm not entirely sure, since I think this still is the mid-range that I'm talking about, but I think that this hurts him maybe a little bit more than it helps him. I could be wrong though. I don't know the actual game plan with the deck. I know that the early game aggro seems to be pretty strong, and I'm surprised I haven't seen a Restoration Eagle yet, but I definitely think I could. I think this definitely has the potential. So we're going to go ahead and bump up our counters once again, because I definitely want to get as much stuff as possible, and at the risk of losing life, I will just grab a regular Swamp, because I do want to play it right away. So we do know he has Snapcaster Mage. He played the Alchemist Refuge. If I view his graveyard, he can go Snap, but he can't play anything relevant. So I think the best move here is to bring out the Thunder Mob. and just kind of ride this guy in. I'm not really concerned. I mean, if he has a counter, he has a counter. That's unfortunate, but I do know he just has that Snapcaster Mage. So I definitely want to see what he's got. Oh, he does have a... See? That was a smart move. Exile target creature with power 5 or greater. Okay. That's fine. So, see, that's exactly why I didn't want to do stuff like that with the Huntmaster the previous turn, because I knew if I attacked, he could have just made a little 3/3 Elephant, Centaur, White Knight, 2/2 White Knight. Either way, I could have traded with my Huntmaster. My Huntmaster is obviously a lot better creature than his, so that I wouldn't have gained any value out of that. Okay, so we have Moorland Haunt, and he has Snapcaster Mage in hand, so he's going to Snapcaster Celestia Charm, which is fine. I think he might actually wait until maybe my Olivia gets a little bit stronger. But, you know, he doesn't know that I have Olivia, so that's always good. So this is actually fantastic. I'm definitely going to keep putting a significant amount of pressure on him. Also, he has no creatures in his yard, so the Moorland Haunt is completely turned off. I'll just keep adding counters with my Liliana. Keep going into my library and stealing powerful lands, doing my shenanigans, making sure I don't lose life. He can Celestia my Thragtusk, which I definitely don't want him to do. So maybe what I will do is 3, 4, 5. I think maybe what we just do is go ahead and cast Olivia here. There we go. So, okay everyone, sorry about that. In case you may have heard it, I don't know if you did, but fire alarm went off in my apartment. So yeah, had to go take care of that. Anyway, we're back here with Liliana being the boss, getting me swamps every turn, and Olivia ready to roll. Actually, the nicest thing I think I am in this position is just because of my Rakdos charm. I was a little unscathed, but I think maybe end of turn we'll try shooting her. And add some counter action here, just so that way we can make things better. I don't want to make her any stronger than this because I am fully aware of his charm action. So I think, what do we have? The minus, get an emblem, my swamp's tapped for a crap load of mana. That's definitely relevant. I think instead we're just going to go attack phase here and get in there for 4. So we'll remove some locals. I think we're just going to keep pumping Liliana here, because we definitely want to thin the deck, and that also gives him the impression that I don't have lands in my hand, which is a good thing to give off, I guess. And I guess we'll go Chandra here, second main phase, see if that sticks. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Syncopate unless I pay 4. I think I'm actually fine with that, so that'll resolve as normal. And I think we'll just go end the turn here. So now I actually like this a little bit more, because now he is just left with that one Snapcaster Mage in his hand, and I have the Rakdos Charm, so I can get rid of everything that he ever hoped to do. Assuming this all works out as planned. So I think he's just drawing dead again here. It seems like he does have some really powerful spells, but the way the mid-range is working for him, maybe he has too many spells. I don't think he is getting the finishers that he needs. So I think I actually want to force this. With my Rakdos Charm coming out. Target the yard. And this way,
I don't have to worry about the flashback. He can exile my Olivia Valderin. We're just going to basically force him to make a play end of turn, because he's probably going to want to maximize his value out of Snapcaster Mage. So he has that Cyclonic Rift. That's actually not that bad a play on my Liliana. That's really about it. The Celestia Charm has to be... Oh, it is exile any creature. Okay. But at least I avoided that mistake. So he can Cyclonic Rift my Liliana or my Olivia, whichever one he really wants. I don't really care. Once he does that, I will Mizium Mortars his creature and send him into shock. So, unless he does have something even worse. Now that I think about it, looking at his mana base, he's not going to be able to Cyclonic Rift because he doesn't have the double blue, which is fantastic on my end. So my assumption is he's going to Charm. Oh, excuse me. So, let's see, yep, that looks like a Charm coming down. And his thing is going to probably be generate some sort of token, which I'm going to definitely shoot up. My guess he is making a token because he's taking a little bit, which is natural for Cockatrice, because Cockatrice is still pretty bad compared to Moto. So yeah, I guess he's going to make that token. And my spell will now resolve. And I'll get rid of his Yard, which is actually pretty beneficial. There we go. Little confused. Okay. I think he put his stuff on top for some reason. Okay, so now we're going to go to my turn. So I'll untap, draw, and go to my main phase. Now this is actually pretty good on my end. So what I could do actually is overload my Mizium Mortars. 1, 2, 3. So it's actually not a bad idea. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. And if I overload this, that means I can definitely benefit from busting out his creatures. So that's okay. So that's good. I definitely want to just keep getting in here normal. I guess again, so I'll just keep. So main 2, we'll just keep doing what we're doing and get in that library and get some more swamps. Dun, 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 dun. I think Blood Cook is relevant here, so put that hand. I actually don't think the graveyard, blah blah blah. I still didn't play land this turn, so. Actually, that was a little misplay on my part. I gave away what I have in my hand, but I don't think he'll recognize it. He might have, who knows. So, as you can see, we just hit about the 45-minute mark here, give or take a little bit. I will be cutting this short, so that way it won't be dreadfully long. I really don't want to go over 45 minutes, but I'm hoping that we don't have this happen again. It is just a beta, so with any luck we won't have this happen in the near future. I understand that people don't want to sit here and watch Magic for 1,000 years, so luckily enough for us, we can just keep pumping, keep going into the deck, keep grabbing lands that we need. Still get in here for 4. See, I'm not actually that skeptical with Liliana here. In terms of what I want to do with her. I know that I want to do things cool, so he might actually have the exile. I'm a little Snapcaster Mage. I think he's a little confused. This has flying, so... Oh, okay. So, I guess I will just respond. So what I'm going to attempt to do is respond and shoot his token before blocks, so that way we don't have to worry about it. This is actually the main reason why I didn't play anything after. I was actually planning on playing a Thrag Tusk just to expedite my damage. Also, this way he would have to choose as my Olivia gets stronger which one. Okay, so we're going to say that goes and resolves. So I'll add my red counter, set my power and toughness much more powerful than before. And I'm going to get in there for 5, which is pretty beneficial. I think I just walked into his charm trap, which is fine. So that's fine. I guess we'll go to the second main phase. And we're just gonna keep doing what we're doing. I actually do not mind this deck that much, only because I can get things that I need. So since I'm not actually doing anything, we're gonna get a Thrag Tusk here and just pass the turn. I think right now, because I'm getting this type of mana and everything, I really wish I had something great to do with it. Looking back on it, I know it seems a little ridiculous, but it might not even be bad to have one of anything to do something for me. Even with the Gilded Lotus now in Standard, I think maybe Gilded Lotus wouldn't be that bad, and I could play even more powerful spells, similar to Grixis builds. So, I mean, hopefully we can get there, which I think we shouldn't have a problem with. So, let's see what he's got. Going into the old combat. Resto Angel. That's fine. I'm, again, not too concerned. I don't really care if my creatures die that much. So here's my beast. I kind of actually like that because I make him waste his stuff. Let's just add a green counter. See, I do actually feel like in some senses I'm not really doing enough here. Actually, this is the last land that I can get for my mana fixing. So with Garrick here, we're just going to create tokens because we can. Seems to be the easiest method. As I said before, I'm a little skeptical about how I'm supposed to win these matches. But again, we will see. I think end of turn, I don't know. He's Moorland Haunting to make a Resto Angel. I don't know what's in his yard, Celestia Charming, Restoration Angel. His Exile, though, he does have one Snapcaster Mage already there. I don't know what he was doing there. Oh, I guess he didn't have enough mana. That makes sense. So that's actually good. If you notice, he has been off blue, or at least double blue, for some time now, which makes pretty much killed his whole Snapcaster Mage, any blue flashback spell he wanted to play, which is good on my end. So I definitely want to just kind of get in there for 5. See, I'm just going to if I keep forcing him to block like that, I think this will eventually just make him run out of options, so that's fine. I don't understand. Oh, he's going to pump. That's unfortunate. That's actually not that bad. Oh. Alright. So my beast token dies. And this lives. So I'm actually now not too happy. The Restoration Angel takes, what, 3? I think I'll just kill it. I don't really care too much. He has very little cards in his hand. With the old Snipe Seas on him. And then we're going to go ahead, play this Blood Crypt, and get that Huntmaster of the Fells. And that'll be it for me. I think probably the most beneficial play I could have done here, just because I have so much life. And he has what? He will have a Restoration Angel to exile with his Moorland Hall and continue to block me, etc., etc. So I feel pretty good. I think actually it would be a very cool. So this is going to flip a very cool play. Would be something with X damage in it, because I am accumulating a massive amount of swamps. So Dreadbore are dead draws. So hopefully we can just get in here for what I want to be game almost. I guess we'll see. It's not going to be game entirely, but we're going to give it a shot. So we're going to get in for 8 whole damage. Oh, he's just going to take it. Okay, that works fine. So we'll just play a swamp here. I don't really want to. I can't tutor with Ileana anymore, so we're just going to go ahead and pass. I guess luckily I don't see really anything else that he can do. So luckily we kept this under an hour. Alright, so there he goes, he just conceded. So there you go, that's the beta test of it. So if you have any questions, comments, anything about it, please leave it underneath the Facebook post when I upload this video. So thanks for watching, and we'll see you again next week. Bye.